everyone. It has been a little bit since I've done a video, and the reasons why have actually prompted me to make this video. So there has been a lot of stress going on here, a lot of both internal and external conflict going on, and it kind of culminated last night with a huge migraine, and I actually have a lot of sinus problems, and I do have another sinus infection going on, which just adds to everything. And the problem is that I was like so clogged up and in so much pain. I had a screaming migraine to the point where moving hurt. And you know, I knew that my healing spirits could help, but when the pain is that extreme, I actually have to give them the extra energy. And to do that, I have to create almost like a bubble of white light. I have to create the energy to put around that area for them to use to bring my aura back in alignment and to relieve the pain. So when I tried to do it, to my shock, I couldn't find the white light. I was blocked, basically. Now let me take a minute to explain the white light and why, you know, the dead refer to seeing, or people that have had near-death experiences refer to seeing the light. The light is the pure energy of this universe. It's what we are all connected to in one way or the other. We basically have an umbilical cord that stretches from us to the energy of the universe, and it connects us whether we are living or dead. As long as we are on this plane and we have not crossed into another one, we are connected to that energy through like an umbilical cord. The problem is I couldn't reach that energy. I couldn't reach that white light because I was in so much pain and I was so grounded in the problems that I've been having that I was kind of cut off. And it actually gave me like almost an anxiety attack, because for me, more than any other type of witchcraft, I rely on that white light energy to do anything, to energize my spirits, to energize, you know, the spell work that I have, the herbs, everything. I tap into, just for my own well-being, I tap into that energy and bring it back to me. And to be cut off was basically, you know, it was like the time before I was aware of it, before I was a witch. It was scary. It was scary. So I was in so much pain. I'm like, what can I do to reach it? You know, get back to that white light. And I remembered my singing bowl. Now, I talked about making a video to see if it helps with spirit communication and spell work. And it actually does. But as I've come to discuss this with my spirits after I use it, and, you know, different qualities and different properties, each of these bowls, depending on the size of it, speaks to a different chakra level. The smaller the bowl, the higher the frequency. And starting from a very deep base, that's your first chakra. That's your like spinal chakra. And then it moves up in quality. Now, the bowl that I personally use, this one, I've noticed even when I don't have sinus problems that it actually speaks to my head chakra. It relieves any tension that I have in there. It kind of gives me like clearer thought process. So this size bowl and resonance. Now this is a brass bowl. There are different bowls. There are glass ones. There are crystal ones. There are metallic, different like aluminum ones. This looks like it's I think that they measure it from the inside of the bowl, not the outside. And this is about almost 4 inches diameter from the inside, if you measure it from the inside. If you measure it from the outside, it would be about a 5-inch bowl, because you have to take into account you can't measure it from the lip, because the bowl actually, you can kind of see it bows out, so you have to measure it from the bow out point. This would be a 5-inch bowl, which I believe this is what I ordered. So a 5-inch bowl would speak to your head chakra, and that is good for me because I can't meditate for shit. I just have ADHD so bad. I can't, sit down long enough to clear my thoughts. So this is really good because it helps clear my mind. Now some of the other ones that I've got in, and I still have this other one that was not given away. I still have to post it. Let me go get it for you.
A few moments later.
It comes in a whole set. I did show it to you guys. It has the little mallet. It has the pillow. I do have to put it up. Now this is a much smaller bowl, as you can see. It's hammered. And I've not played it because once you start playing it, it does create like scrape marks on the sides. And I want you guys to have a new bowl when I put this up. But you can kind of see the hammer work on the bowl there and on the inside. So I have not played it, but there is a definite resonance issue. So this is this bowl. And I actually do like the chime on that. It almost sounds like 2 chimes. I'm gonna get it closer to the speaker. It almost sounds like there's 2 chimes going on that, as opposed to this. You can hear this, it's louder, it's the clarity. I should say the clarion is a deeper bass to it. So there is a definite, this one would be a higher, this one would probably speak to your crown chakra, which would be your 3rd eye. So I would definitely not go smaller than this one, and this bowl would be considered it's about a 4-inch bowl. It's a little bit smaller than a 4-inch bowl. It's about 3.5, 3 3/4. It's not quite a 4-inch bowl. But I definitely would not go smaller than that bowl. Because at that point, you're not really speaking to any of your chakras. And it really wouldn't help you in what you're, trying to do. So, to get to the crux of this video, so I took out my singing bowl and I played it. And while it was actually going, I felt a little bit of relief. It wasn't that bang, 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 like somebody was like jacking my head with a fucking mallet. But, of course, it didn't take it away. But it did give me enough of relief here and enough clarity to actually get energy from it. Like, the longer you play, the more, because you're doing this motion, and the longer that you play it, the more energy you're actually getting. And when I put it down, I was able to see and touch the light. So I was able to bring the energy down and just like surround my entire self. And after that, I had already taken medicine, but it wasn't working, so I took more. And while I was waiting for it, my spirits were able to help relieve some of the pain until the rest, you know, the medicine kicked in and took over. But if it wasn't for this bowl, I would have been in pain a lot longer. So as for ramping up my spirits while I'm doing, you know, this, to see more orbs flying by, more, you know, activity behind me, I did do a video like that, and I did not see anything. I did not see anything like that. So I did not air the video. However, I did speak to my spirits about how they felt, their impressions on it, what it did for them. So now let's talk about frequencies with spirits, because I've talked about this before. So the higher the frequency, the different level of spirits that you're going to talk to. So now the base, if you think about it, humans are the lowest frequency there is. Human spirits and earthbound spirits, and when I say earthbound, I'm talking about like sprites, fairies, gnomes, anything that is elementals, anything that is bound to this world that really can't leave it. Spirits can leave. Human spirits can leave. They can choose to go to a different dimension, but, you know, gnomes, fairies, stuff like that, they are earthbound spirits and they can't leave this dimension. So anything that is like earthbound or a human spirit would be mid-range, which would be one of these. And angels and demons are actually not, any spirit actually that is not of this dimension, which would be angels, demons, if we do have alien spirits. I've never come across an alien spirit, come across almost everything else, but not an alien spirit. So I'm sure Scientologists are probably like booing me at this point because they're saying we're all alien spirits. I have not come across that, but this type of bowl would be the best to energize those type of spirits. Now, I'm not saying that if you get this, you're going to attract demons. That's not what I'm saying at all. But this type of tonal quality is obviously a higher frequency than that one. And because it's a higher tonal frequency, it speaks to your crown chakra, and it will put you in a better place to communicate with higher spirits. Not just humans, higher spirits. The longer you play it, the more it's going to speak to that crown chakra. The longer you play one of these bowls, the more it's going to energize the spirits. They're going to gather around. They're going to feed off the energy that's being created by this. And if you don't think sound waves can create energy, talk to a scientist and look it up. They can. They can create energy. So does this help in spirit communication? Yes. Does this help in your spell work? Yes. Because it's putting you in a place to get to that energy that you need. Now, I'm going to play this. Anybody that's annoyed by, and I know that there are people that are super sensitive to sound. So anybody that is annoyed by like a humming frequency, certain type of megahertz frequencies that would potentially trigger like a tinnitus attack, I suggest that you turn this video down until I take the mallet off. But I am going to play this so that you can kind of hear, although, you know, through the speaker it's not the same as if you are here. But I will do a countdown so that you know when to turn this video down if you do not want to hear this. But I am going to play this so you can kind of get the feeling and to see if you can actually feel it through the video, a little bit of the energy that this actually creates. All right? So I'm going to do the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Now, you can get that really loud. That is not as loud as I have gotten this. And the louder you get, the more it actually penetrates through. And these are actually used, you can look it up. Singing bowls are actually used in Reiki healing. What is Reiki healing? Reiki healing is adjusting your energies and your aura. So it all goes back to what I'm saying. Yeah, this will work to help you find the energy, to help you find that white light that you want to find, especially if you're a necromantic witch. That's extremely important. If you're like me, you have ADHD, you can't sit still for 5 minutes to even meditate. It helps. Now, singing bowls, good singing bowls, are pretty expensive. If you look up a 5-inch bowl, a lot of places are charging like $50, anywhere between like, I think the cheapest one I've seen. Now, if you go on Wish, you're gonna get this, and you're gonna pay like, I don't know, I've seen, well, for the whole kit that I got, you're probably going to pay like $20 for this. This little, you can see the difference. About $20. I can actually get these type of bowls in cheaper. Those type of bowls I can sell for, I'm trying to think what I paid for this. I can do this type of bowl, and it actually came with this mallet. I had ordered this one separately, because I liked the straight line of this better. But it actually comes with this, and it is wrapped. Let me get it is wrapped with that felt. So remember what I was telling you about the female tone and the male tone? This would be a little bit higher frequency, and this would be like a little bit muted. It did come with this, but it does have like a lip. You can see the lip on it right there. But this one is straight. In fact, it actually dents down. So I don't know why they did that. But it does have the male and the female. And this is called the 5 Buddha. This is one of the cheapest bowls that they had from my distributor. And I can sell that for $30 plus $5 shipping. Because it is actually pretty heavy, so it would have to go in like a priority mail thing. For that type. And I still have to look up what I paid for this one. It, like I said, it came with the kit. It has the pillow. It has the cute pillow for it to sit on, and it does have the mallet. It has the mallet, but the mallet does not have, the mallet doesn't have the, you know, the wrap on it. And the problem is, as you can see, this side is actually curved. It's not flat, so it would be a little bit harder to get the female portion on it, because they intend for you to use the mallet side. I could include a piece of suede in case you want to try it, and then you can attach it if you want to use just like, if you want to use glue, or if you want to be able to take it on and off, you can figure out a way on how to do that. I have to look at how much I paid for that before I put it up. But if you guys are interested in obtaining this bowl that will speak to your head, I can get that in for $30. For you, your cost would be $30 plus $5 in shipping, which actually really isn't bad for a bowl this size. That's cheaper than some of the places that I've seen them online for. And trust me, I'm not making much on it. I think after the fees that I would pay through, between my shipping fees from the distributor and the fees that I would get charged by PayPal, I don't even think I would make $5 on this. So, I mean, this is practically at cost to me. Because I'm going to eat a little on the shipping, just to give you guys $5 shipping. I'm going to eat a little on the shipping. So I'm probably not even making $5 on it. So I can get that in for $35, but you need to email me that you are interested in that, because I don't want to like buy a shit ton of these and have them sitting around. Now, as for what my spirits have told me, they said that the male portion of this, one of my spirits, they said that either actually works for them. They like the tonal quality of either side. Now, I have one spirit that says there are some of them that really don't like the female voice. They like the male voice. So all of my spirits like the male voice better than the female. Well, I should say all of them like the male voice. Some of them like the female voice, but some of them do not. So if you were to play it in the male voice, all of your human base and earthbound spirits, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to be able to derive the energy from it. They're going to be a little more active. And I will say, I have noticed that every time that I use this in spirit communication, now you have to do it before you talk to each and every spirit. You can't do it you can't do a whole session with talking with like 3 or 4 spirits and only do this once. You have to do this before every spirit, and I recommend you do it like every half an hour, because like after half an hour of talking, you're pretty much going to be drained. So about every half an hour, I would set a timer for it. Do like 2 or 3 minutes on this and then resume talking. I have noticed that when I use this, before I used to use this, I would talk to like, the most I could talk to is 2 spirits, and then the next day I would be out. I would sleep for like 16 hours. I mean, the next day I was completely useless. So I would have to schedule any time that I was talking with them on a day when I had nothing to do the next day, because I was going to be down. When I use this, as I've documented how you should use it, when I've used this, I'm able to do my activities the next day as usual. I'm not sleeping more than I'm normally sleeping. I'm able to function. So this has made a huge difference in how I'm able to communicate with spirits, how I'm able to do my magic, how personally I'm able to gather more energy from myself. So the singing bowl, I would say for me, is a huge success, like across the board, for spirit communication, for magic work, for keeping up my own energy, and for improving the quality of being able to do everything that I do. This has been a huge asset to me, and I am so glad that I did spend the money and buy this, because to me this was kind of a splurge. I mean, to spend that much money on something that I wasn't sure was going to work, I'm like, you know, another thing lying around the house, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? So pleased with this, so happy. I would love to buy bigger bowls and see what that would do for me, but that is way out of the budget, especially now that I've got like some money issues going on, and that was part of the reason that I was so stressed. Just definitely not in the budget, but this is well worth it. So if you guys are interested in this, email me and let me know, and that way I know how many of these to order in the next time I do an order with that distributor. So that's basically it for my video here. I just did want to give you guys the update and the review on that, and I would say if you guys actually, you know, got this bowl and brought it back, you would see a major difference in the way that you're able to talk to your spirits, and the way that you're able to perform your magic. I mean, you don't have to get it if you don't perform magic. I mean, even if you just get it for your spirit communication, it's going to make a huge difference, because it's going to energize them, and it's going to make talking to them a lot easier, because they're going to be able to feed off that energy. So that is my review of the singing bowl, both this one and the other one that I'm going to be putting up in the shop, the little one. So again, if you guys are interested in the bigger bowl, please email me. It will be $30 in total. I'm sorry, $30 plus $5 shipping, so it's going to be $35 in total. So just keep that in mind. And I obviously will not charge you until I actually get that bowl in. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it brought a little clarity, not only about what the energy of the universe is and what the white light is, but also how singing bowls can help you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, it's Witch Willow, and you know what happens when you like and subscribe?
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
That's right, we just became best friends. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when I upload new videos every week. See you guys in the next one.